Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mighty Benaya here, back with another Nubian campaign episode. I do want to, before I address anything that is happening in the game right now, address something that I said in the last video. And it was an honest mistake. It was me learning the game. So this unit here, the C Factory, it deploys troops. And I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this. This might be a fantastic unit if it produces troops, if it deploys troops for a discounted rate or for free. Well, when I tried deploying infantry, the requirements are significantly more, almost double in most respects, to producing units the normal way. So they are a little bit faster, but they don't have any other function. And unless you have these in bulk and you have them super upgraded, you're producing medium mechs, you get kind of, so this is the circumstance you get in. And by the way, I'm at war with Colombia, and I'll tell you about that here in a minute, where you've taken a lot of space, but you only have one troop and you can't really defend it. Here's another one. So it doesn't really function the way that I would want it to function. Because you're moving one troop through because that's all you can produce. And it's not really worth it. You might as well bulk produce units at home and then transport them to the front. And it still doesn't solve the problem of how do you create a situation where you can take advantage of naval superiority. So I've come up with another solution, and just in time. So the reason that naval superiority isn't something that you can take advantage of right away is you always have to disembark. And if those units were free units, then I don't care if they get killed coming onto shore. And I can produce several of those sea factories and just send wave after wave. True horde mentality, right? Just waves upon waves of troops crashing upon the beaches. But that's not how it functions. And that's a significant investment. So I don't think the sea factory is worth it at this point. Maybe they would be worth the investment after after a 500 player map comes out and the game goes a lot longer, maybe, but I'm not a fan of them at this point at their current costing and functionality. There are two other units that have the deploy feature that I do think are worth it for different reasons, but they are more than just deploy units, right? So one of them is the Titan. The Titan has significant offensive and defensive capabilities, and it is also a carrier. Like you can have an airplane land on it, and that's kind of a sub benefit. And then deploying troops is also a sub benefit, but really it's just a giant walker. And then the other one is the aircraft carrier, which is main function is to have aircraft and transport them across the ocean, be a mini little airport for you. And it also just happens to deploy torpedo boats, which I think are submarines, but I've not tested that out yet. But you can see that I've researched it, and here's why. I think that the aircraft carriers, and again, I haven't tested this, but I think that they might be the solution to my how do I take advantage of naval superiority problem. Because naval superiority can quickly turn into air superiority with aircraft carriers. But here's the other piece that's missing. When you have air superiority, you can use a dropship. So a dropship is a unit that turns into a commando, and a commando is a very powerful unit. I am trying to build a bunch of aircraft carriers. Here, let me show you here. I say a bunch of aircraft carriers. I'm researching one aircraft carrier because I'm not going to invest all of this time in multiple aircraft carriers yet. But I have one aircraft carrier, and it can hold, at base level, it can hold 5 troops. I then also have queued up, you can see for some reason it's not displaying, I have queued up 4 of the drop ships. It can hold 5 units until you upgrade it. I am researching the upgrade. Nope, sorry, that is the wrong one. Naval. I'm researching the upgrade. Once you get to this upgrade, the level 3, their carrying capacity increases to 10. So I'm going to start there, and I'm building bombers, fresh bombers. So I'm going to have 5 bombers and 5 of those drop ships. Oh, excuse me. And we will see how that functions. And I'm going to do that against the South American Coalition. So the South American Coalition has been annoying. They have not really done anything potent. But they have come over and harassed a little bit, and they have also taken our gains in the islands in the Pacific. This is far enough from both of us that it's just little skirmishes. Oh, wait. Yeah, so this is all that I end up doing, is I end up taking a single troop and taking a bunch of territory with it. And then moving along. Maybe I'll come down here and deploy another troop. Again, it's not really worth the squeeze. The territories are, but you might as well just come with troops already prepared. Plan ahead. Don't worry about the factories because they take a long time and the effort isn't that great. But yeah, I might have to start creating a navy in the Pacific. I'm moving my navy over to deal with the Atlantic. So we will see where we end up shortly. But I think I want to try this strategy on Gran Colombia because they are sending Zeppelins over. So I know I can capture, like, I know they have airports. I know they're harassing. They're not being, like, peaceful. We didn't start this war. I did declare war, but it was after, Colombia had declared war on Margrave. So it's kind of one of those, yeah, they're being pains in the butt. We need to finish up the game. We're doing well on score. I'm 3rd in the coalition, but we're all pretty high except for Voodoo. And Voodoo got stuck, as I showed you last game. And it's Colombia that is being the nuisance, and it's Colombia that has the most territory. So put them out of their misery. We'll test this new strategy on them. Hopefully I can produce everything quickly, and we'll see how this goes. But until next time, Soli Deo Gloria, and I'll see you next time.